I do want to ask you about something that I have found particularly difficult when it comes to being on a bike, and that is the old saddle sore.
The talkSPORT Clips of the Week.
Just before the clips of the week, just time to test your knowledge with our Just Eat takeaway teaser. We give you the answer at the end of the clips. Who is the only manager to have won the Champions League, World Cup and European Championships? Have a think about that and join us after the clips for the answer. That's with Just Eat, the app for all your takeaway needs. So here we go then, Andy. You've not been here for a couple of weeks, should I say?
Yeah.
So we have a bumper crop of clips. And now let's kick you off with Toby Gillies. And to paraphrase Derek and Clive, this is a rather long intro to a rather short clip.
Good afternoon, I'm Toby Gillis. Ray Houghton has dished out a warning to confident Liverpool fans ahead of their Champions League last 16 second leg with Bayern Munich tonight.
I think the Arsenal like underdogs.
Yeah, many felt the Reds were big favourites going into the side.
He's very
What's
succinct.
it worth all the work?
He's very succinct, Ray.
Yeah.
And now here's Rupert Bell with a rather odd take on what constitutes a lovely story.
I am a huge Paisley Park fan. I think it is a lovely story. This horse nearly died.
Oh, dear.
Yeah, lovely story.
Not that lovely.
Yeah, I suppose the clue's in nearly, isn't it,
I
really?
suppose so, yeah.
This is Mike Parry with his new series, Mike Parry on Art.
I mean, he's so successful now. He's my favourite, greatest living artist. John Constable is my favourite living dead artist.
It's brilliant, isn't it? Yeah, Will Gavin now discussing Gareth Southgate's recent visit to talkSPORT.
Well, the marquee guest on the first ever show in the new studios. Of course, the main question on everyone's lips was, where was the famous waistcoat?
Waistcoat. Where was the famous waistcoat?
That wasn't the question on my lips, I have to be honest with you.
Got to be honest, yeah. So, here's Mark Saggers with the big pre-kick-off build-up.
Never to a quarter-final. Will that happen this afternoon? Jim Proudfoot and Mickey Gray alongside me. Kick off at 4 o'clock.
Well, fair enough, really.
It's an old-school one there, isn't it?
Really.
Yeah.
And we were a bit surprised to hear Danny Murphy say this on Jim's show.
The spitting thing. Spitting or two-footed tackle or elbow me in the face. Spit on me all day, every day. Spit in my face every week. I don't care if you lose your head and spit in my face.
Just don't step on his blue suede shoes. I think that's the message there from Dan. So, this is Big Sam and Laura Woods talking Chelsea.
Do you think he gets enough credit when he does get it right, Maurizio Sarri?
He did at the beginning, didn't he? Because he didn't lose a game, so it was all Sarri ball, Sarri ball. I don't know what Sarri ball is.
Yeah, so actually we had to cut that down, didn't we?
This is the original.
Do you think he gets enough credit when he does get it right, Maurizio Sarri?
He did at the beginning, didn't he? Because he didn't lose a game, so it was all Sarri ball, 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 Sarri ball. I don't know what Sarri ball is.
Yeah, that's the original. So we did have to cut it. We did have to cut it down. Anyway, what's this? It's back to Mike Parry talking United.
Can they keep up the momentum? Yes, they can. Is Ole Golly Solskjaer the right man for the job?
I don't know about Ole Golly Solskjaer. I think he's a great manager, isn't he? No question.
Yeah.
Now, it's time now for the Celebrity TalkSPORT Caller of the Week. It's Charlton owner Roland Duchâtelet to Jim White.
I hope from your point of view you get a sale shortly. And I'm indebted to you for coming on at a difficult time and speaking to us live on TalkSPORT.
Okay, good.
talkSPORT Caller of the Week.
Comes across as a lovely bloke, doesn't he?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, not Jim, of course, he is. I mean, Roland Duchâtelet.
Yes.
And until recently, we didn't realise that Stuart Pearce did such a good Mick Jagger impression.
Could you have predicted that the scoreline was going to end like this?
No, you couldn't. Palace have got the ability to hurt you on the break. There's no doubt about that.
Yeah, Phil Cornwell, watch out. Definitely.
This is the Moose now, just giving up.
It bounces away. That would have been some goal if Loftus-Cheek had managed to put that one in. The amount of twisting and turning he did there, like a twisty and turny thing.
Yeah. Yeah. Don't try and think of one move.
He's got a great way of words, isn't he?
So, yeah, let's get a rugby preview from TalkSPORT 2.
Can Irish head coach of Italy, Conor O'Shea, spring a surprise against Joe Schmidt's men? We are just underway.
It's easily done.
I don't think that's his name, is it?
Probably not. This is a caller to drive.
He brings in Van Dijk, shows up the defence, but also then says to the midfielders, we're not just going to...
Have we lost him?
Yeah, and Buffalo girls go round the outside, I think, is the message we take from that. Anyway, let's drop in on some knockabout bants with Ray Parlour and Andrew McKenna.
Let's look into the first ODI now with TalkSport 2's Andrew McKenna. Macca, good to talk to you.
Morning, Stubbsy. I was quite enjoying your debate, actually. I think I'll just shut up and let you carry on for a bit.
Tell us about the cricket.
Yeah. Yeah,
Bants,
Ray.
Top Bants.
Yeah, top Bants. Ray not in the mood for playing there, was he?
It's his debut, actually. Here's ex-Chelsea defender Mario Melchior on Paul Pogba.
I know that's how I got the notice of Pogba at Juventus when he was free, coming, in the areas where he could pick up the ball and has the freedom to expose himself.
Ah, nice.
Yeah, to expose himself.
Oh,
I think he lost a bit in the translation. I've never seen Paul Pogba expose himself, have you?
Well, I hope not.
No. Anyway.
Let's get the news.
Let's get the news, yeah.
And with the news, Jenny Barsby.
Thanks, Will. Coming up, time to tackle fake news.
We all feel that, don't we?
Certain words you don't want to slip over. Now, listen, this is a corker. It's Tony Cascarino on the Sports Bar with Andy Goldstein. And poor old Cass was slightly thrown by a listener's question. This is gold.
How many chickens do you think it would take to kill an elephant? It's something I've always wanted to know.
Great question.
How many chickens, what?
Would it take to kill an elephant?
Kill an elephant. I mean, an elephant's pretty big.
I don't think they could.
Chicken. Like, even if there's like 1,000, surely they wouldn't be able to penetrate an elephant's skin. I don't know.
No, I don't think. No. Look, Cass looks so confused here.
Well,
Go on.
I don't understand the question.
How many chickens would it take to kill an elephant?
Why does chickens have to kill an elephant?
No, he's just putting a scenario forward.
Just driven past the zoo, and I'm thinking.
Yeah, are they armed, Chris?
Who's selling the guns to these chickens? So what are they? Kind of? Is it an semi-automatic weapon? Was it a pistol? What are these chickens?
You'd only take one with a bazooka.
no, Cass, they've got wings. Rick Wakeman on the left, he's really deafening me.
Oh no, that was worth getting deafened for. That's a beauty. That's a great section of the Sports Bar.
Yeah. It's Rupert Bell talking racing here at Cheltenham.
There's two ways of looking at this, because if those meetings are called off, and includes Fontwell, who's part of the group, they lose the betting levy from the levy.
Yeah, we're still betting. I think you know what's coming, because it did actually remind us of something.
Bye, bye, Miss American Pie. Levy from the levy.
Simple as that. So there we are. Thank you to everybody suggested clips that were played. They were Loz Ryan, Phil Griffiths, Chris James, Ruthless, Simon Watts, Jason Kenny, can't be that one, Barry Shorrock. I'm always a bit nervous about some of these. Is that wrong?
No, it's
a name, isn't it? Yeah,
of course it's a name.
Neil Holloway, that's fairly safe. Alan Jenkins, good old Alan. Roger in Durham. David Clark, John McBoona. Sean Fackrell. Couple of those I'm nervous about.
Sean Fackrell's not a real name.
So there we are. If you hear a clip on TalkSport over the next 7 days, please send it in to us, talksport.com/H&J.
He got.
It's emotion.
Yeah.
It's football. It's emotion. It's passion.
So you're right, Nat. There's enticing the crowd, but you've got to celebrate a goal.